Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name's Sabrina Young, and I'm with Young's Daughters Funeral Home and Bereavement Center. And I'm really excited to bring on our friend Brian with Turning Hearts today. Brian, thank you so much for coming and being with us.
Thank you. It's great to be here. We appreciate the opportunity.
Absolutely. So tell us a little bit about yourself and for the families whom are you're serving, what is your purpose? How did you guys get started?
So no, that's a great question. It's definitely a career that, years ago I never saw myself being in, but it's one that I have absolutely loved. And it's turning hearts is basically for a way for families to remember their loved ones in a little bit more meaningful ways. As you know, Sabrina, there's only so many things you can put on a headstone about a person. You can, put their name, birthday, death date, and occasionally a quote on there, but then that's about it. And with Turning Hearts, we allow a way for families to put a small QR code on their headstone, and then on that QR code, when it's scanned, you can upload hundreds or thousands, as many as you want, photos, pictures, memories, quotes, videos, anything you want to put on there can be shared with those who visit your loved one's gravesite.
So the concept, just to make sure everybody understands, it's going to be a fixated medallion that you can adhere to your headstone. And how would you adhere this medallion?
So each one comes with a kind of a proprietary, it's almost, I guess, for a simple way to put it, some double-sided tape, but it's professional grade, where once you adhere that to the headstone and to the medallion, it's not going to come off. And so we warranty them forever if anything should ever happen to it. But to date, we've never had, out of the thousands we have out there, we've never had one that has come off. So it's, it'll put up with any sort of weather, cold, heat, humidity, ice, snow, anything like that. That medallion is going to be as solid as the rest of your monument that's in the cemetery.
Wonderful. So you can place it any which way on your headstone. And then how do you get the account? Like you had to set up an account. Is it an app? Tell us a little bit about the software component of it.
Yeah, you bet. So you just get, I don't know if you can see this very good, but you just get a simple, it's really nice, decorative, kind of a high quality, almost gift box if you're wanting to gift it to somebody or, get it for yourself. It works that way. But then when you open it up, the only instructions that are inside it just basically says, scan the medallion to get started. And so you'll notice there's two medallions in there.
Okay.
And you'll just take your smartphone and scan it, and it's going to ask you a question that is either, would you like to set up a new account, or would you like to link it to an account you already have? And then as you select new account, it simply guides you step by step, really easy, super user friendly, on just giving some basic account information, your name, and set up a password and things for your account. And then it'll just walk you through easily where to upload any photos or videos. It's a great way to store your photos, for long term too. These may be photos that you've had on your phone for a long time, and if you lost your phone someday, where would those photos be if you don't have an online backup? And so this is a great way to save those memories forever in the cloud, I guess, as we say these days. But it's information that'll stay there forever.
Okay, so as long as your company's in business, it'll stay out there forever. That's kind of everybody wants to know, how long does it stay up, right?
Yep, exactly. And we use a special service on there for if you're familiar with AWS, it's Amazon Web Services that's the big cloud background that Amazon uses. And it's most large companies around the world use that to host their data. And so it's information that's not going anywhere. That as long as Amazon and the internet's around, it's gonna be there.
So that's amazing that you guys were able to partner with somebody to host your product, and that's amazing to see. So hats off to you guys. How long have you guys been in business now?
So we're going on 6 years right now.
Wow.
Yeah, we're the kind of, I guess, the largest and the first one that has come up with this concept. And so we've got some neat features on there where we're on the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store, where you don't have to download our app, but it's kind of neat. If you download the Turning Hearts app, you can go on there and scroll through anytime any of our any of our thousands of members on there posting. It's almost a little bit like Facebook, a little bit, I guess you could say, that feature where you can scroll through and you can learn about people all over the world, and a little bit of
Wow.
a kind of an ancestry kind of thing, where you can see photos and pictures and memories, even get ideas for your own loved one that you're going to put your memories on, and you can choose if you want yours to be part of that. We call it kind of our feed of memories and stuff that's in there. Or if you want it just for yourself, just so those that actually go to the cemetery and scan your Turning Hearts medallion can see. Most of our people choose to have it on our public forum just because they want people to learn about their loved ones and
How
share in that.
beautiful.
So yeah.
Um, there was one time you were speaking, and I wanted to go back to, well, not in this conversation, but it was no life is ever forgotten. How do you ensure that that's the thing, and what made you kind of want to do that? What was your
I
purpose?
I think for us it's a little bit twofold. My business partner that's involved with this spent some time, a couple of years over in Armenia, and they had a massive, massive earthquake back in the 1980s. And he said he remembered walking around the country, and there would be not even necessarily headstones, but they would remember that this person was buried under this rock by this tree. And this, just different things that the local people there would remember, where these different people were. But as time got on, after it had been 30, 40 years, they were starting to forget not only where these people were buried, but also who they were and the stories of their lives. And to us, it's important that every life on earth is important and has a purpose, and everyone that has participated in a special way to make their mark on the earth. And we feel it's important to not only honor them, but also to remember them, to remember the good things that they did, and even learn from people's mistakes, and so those aren't maybe repeated in the future. Maybe someone's got a story about something a hard lesson that they learned one time, and someone scanning that medallion may be able to read that and go, oh yeah, I'm facing something similar in my life. This helps me get some of the direction that I need. And so
Wow.
it's really a way for us all to kind of learn from each other is what we love. But
That is a
yeah,
really neat concept to kind of bring the past into the future, reconnecting life lessons, watching history, I guess, come back to life. Wow,
yeah,
what a magnificent thing that you're doing there. So just like your friend in Armenia and how those families came together, is this like can multiple people manage that one turning heart story? Or talk to me about how untech savvy people can still access it. It could be a family thing. Describe I guess, the operational use of it.
you bet. You bet. No, that's a great question. Each account can have as many administrators as you want on there. So say someone buys it and they think, I want my kids to have access to it. As far as the administrative side, everyone can see the public side. But as far as being able to manage the account, we recommend that people have, a couple of people on there in case something happens to somebody, or we're always happy if someone contacts us and needs to get access to accounts and stuff. We have some verification ways we can use to get someone new the account. But we do think it's a good idea to have multiple people on there. One thing on this that was kind of on those same lines that's really neat that I'd love for your viewers to know is we make the site so that it's not necessarily just one person's point of view of that person. So you might get, say you get the spouse of that person that's the account owner. They've uploaded most of the photos on there, and it's almost their viewpoint of their husband or their wife. And then say a couple of years later, a grandson comes by and he scans the profile and he says, this is really cool stuff about my grandpa, but they don't know what a great grandpa he was because he took me fishing all these times, or he did these memories with him. So he can actually upload photos, even though he's not an administrator on the account. He can upload photos and memories of him and grandpa, and then the administrator will get an email that says, hey, Johnny has submitted these photos and videos and things that he'd like to put on grandpa's grave. Is that okay? And then the administrator can say yes or no. And if the administrator says yes, then those additional photos and videos go on the profile as well. So it's a way for everyone to contribute their unique memories of of each individual one, because each of us are known to so many people in our life, but we have different relationships with all of those people, and maybe different things that we've learned from that person. And so we felt that in order to have no life ever forgotten, it was important to have, as many viewpoints as possible. People can go in and even share tributes on there. They don't even have to upload a photo. They can, maybe they've got something funny the person said or different things like that. They can go in and upload their own memories. And of course, it's all managed by the administrator of the account, whether they want that to be on the profile or not. But it's
Oh,
been a
good. So
neat
there's
way
some
for us.
editing features just in case if somebody doesn't want something out there. Okay.
Yes.
I didn't know if this was
Yeah.
gonna be like you know, you don't want it to get too one way or another with someone's life, I guess.
Yeah, and we feel it's important as if someone was walking through a cemetery and wanted to upload something inappropriate to a random Turning Hearts account, they're not able to do that.
Yeah.
The administrator gets an email that says this is requested to be on this profile. Is that okay? And they just simply click yes or no. And
Awesome.
so it keeps each account safe and pure and exactly what the administrator wants it to be.
That's good. I'm glad you have security features that are built in. The world's a crazy place, my friend, and so
Yes,
I'm glad you're protecting it.
absolutely. We do our
Um,
best.
so how many states do you think you're in right now? How many?
Oh gosh, we're in every state in the United States, as well as we have a lot of overseas ones as well. And
Wow.
so we're expanding into some countries now in multiple languages that'll be on the site here shortly. But right now, definitely it's more English speaking on there right now. But as it's growing quickly, that won't be the case very much longer. It's all over the world, but yeah, definitely big representation in every state in America.
Wow. Well, hats off to you. Um, I'm, speechless that I got to meet you and to be able to share this to our families and our community. We're really, really excited. It is going to be listed on our website, and it will be offered to our families in the past and the future in the event that they wanted to, add this addition to their headstones. It will be a part of our memorial packages in the near future. So those that are watching, if you can like, share, and subscribe, share this to our community, let them know how they can actually obtain these turning hearts. We're really excited. We're going to take a mass order in the beginning, of course, and we're going to make sure everybody's their monuments are getting told and their stories are getting out there, and we're really excited. So again, Brian, thank you so much for sharing your company and your mission and all of the wonderful stories. We really appreciate you being here.
Thank you, thank you. It's an honor to partner with you, Sabrina, and your company. That's, as I was telling you earlier, kind of offline. You guys are the backbone of our business, and you guys are the ones meeting with families and doing that important, wonderful work. And we appreciate everything you do.
Absolutely. Well, to our next video, please like, subscribe, share, do all those bells and whistle things that we have to do to keep us going. But until then, until our next video, thank you so much for watching.